I think we are live. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. I don't think if anybody's here yet, but thank you. Okay. So, um, for anyone who will watch this video later or who is joining us, I just wanted to say that I have a very lovely business partner who is very successful in this business. I wanted to say hi to Julie. Thank you for accepting my request. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm not going to take your time more than 20-30 minutes, hopefully. Yeah, because no one is here. I'm a little bit kind of off, but it's okay.
That's okay. Most
Yeah,
people watch replays anyway.
yeah, exactly. They'll watch replay. So, do you mind just to tell me a little bit about yourself and also about the business that we will talk about?
Sure, yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. I love your background. I love being outdoors. I was outdoors earlier and thought about doing this from outside as well.
Yeah, it's very nice actually. Weather is beautiful. It's not very hot. It's kind of warm, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here as well. So, yes, thank you. I am Julie McNamara, and I am a mom, a wife. I've got two kids. They're grown now, they're in their 20s, and I'm actually a new grandma.
Oh,
And yeah, yeah,
congrats.
it was a surprise. It was a surprise, but it's all good.
Nice.
And let's see, I've worked in healthcare for 28 years. I'm a radiology PA, and I love my job. And a lot of people ask me, if you love your job so much, why are you starting a business? And let me tell you, money does not go as far anymore because it baffles my husband and I, who, by American standards, I live in the United States. By American standards, we make pretty good money. But we keep finding that just it doesn't go as far anymore. And we're having to work harder. There was a point where I had to work two jobs for 6 years, still just not making ends meet, wound up sacrificing my health, my family, my relationships, missing family milestones, kid moments. And I just had enough. And I really needed something that was going to work in the background, that I didn't have to go exchange my time for dollars in a job. And it could work for me. And I was really intrigued by the internet. Actually, back in the 90s, I was a beta tester, randomly chosen to be a beta tester for online ordering and how that would work as a consumer.
Wow.
And so I've been interested and intrigued basically since then.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, actually, I was looking at your page. I was looking at your postings. They're so inspiring, so beautiful. I really like them.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
yeah, you're doing great. So, do you mind to explain a little bit about the business, just what we are doing and how it works, and who
Sure.
can do this? I mean, like, who can work in this business? Who can join us?
Yeah, there's different ways of making extra money, and if you don't want to like start a franchise and have to be attached to, the phone all the time and your brick and mortar, if you want flexibility and portability, which you're showing right now, that you actually are
Yeah,
outside, you were stuck in traffic, and you just pulled off
yeah.
to the side, you're sitting down and enjoying this. So people often ask me, what do you do? And basically, the short answer is I leverage the internet using automation and systems that are already in place that we've already have access to, and I utilize that. And what we do is we wind up actually, you have to watch a webinar actually to get the full details. And it's really important for you to see that because the details are really laid out in a really explanatory way, visual aids kind of stuff. But basically, in a nutshell, everybody consumes something, and you have to consume something. Any business is either selling a product or a service, and if you want to cut that middleman out but not have to physically sell, I don't physically sell anything, which is a hard concept for people to understand because I am not selling things. I'm not doing product parties. I don't drive around, and bug my friends and family, things like that. We have a specific system in place where businesses directly to us, they pay us to market for them. And we have a unique way to market, which you can see on the webinar. And it's really fascinating. And I had looked at different business models over many years, but they all weren't quite right. They were all missing something. And a lot of it was the automation. Now, we actually, ironically, just had a team meeting with some people globally yesterday about this, because it comes up a lot. People are like, why your business versus somebody else's? And I can tell you over just experience, I mean, you just need to check it out for yourself, but over experience of talking to people globally over the last 2 years of me being involved with my own online business, a lot of people have looked at, well, basically Amazon for one is the big one that people look at, the FBA that they do. But you have to put down on a retainer $10,000 to $30,000, and people just can't afford that. If you want to have a franchise, you have to pay, you know, if you're lucky, 10 or 15,000, but most of them are, you know, 100 to 500,000 or more, and that's just to show that you can provide that income. But it's also other money. You have to pay for trainings and support and all these different extra, you know, if you want to market online, you know, you look at that kind of stuff. It costs a lot of money to do that. And I even have friends who have franchises, and they had to close their franchises down because they couldn't they didn't have the systems in place. They didn't have the systems or the automation. And they were like, how do you do that? And I said, because it's already built. It's already built and in place. And so, you know, you just have to, you know, check that out and have that curiosity and the mindset. But you can be skeptical. I was skeptical. Skepticism is actually good. I love talking to people that are skeptical.
Yeah, it's actually norm. It's kind of norm for human being.
Yeah, it's for your brain kind of protecting you. But you have to be able to get past the, you know, I'm skeptical, but I'm at least going to still check it out because it could be an opportunity for you. And you know, or you can just be skeptical and let it pass by, and you can just still do the same thing over and over again that you're doing, stuck in the same, you know, rat race, basically, not making changes. You have to do something different if you want something different. And that's what I did. I did something different. I was worth checking out. I checked out many things prior to that. And I was like, wow, this has everything, including I've talked to lawyers and accountants, that third-party people that have checked out our business model, our platforms and our servers, and the whole system. And they're like, we can't find anything wrong. And you'll find that over and over again when you talk to people in our community of like over 90,000 people around the world. There's people that are in law enforcement, accounting, you know, police. I mean, just all kinds of people. There's doctors and teachers, and just, you know, there's just all kinds of people from all different backgrounds. And it's really fun to hear their stories, to find that, you know, a lot of them were skeptical also because you don't know what you don't know. And that's one thing I learned is when I watched the webinar, I was like, wow, I didn't even know this was happening.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. To be honest, when I started, I watched the webinar and I was thinking about, you know, you said that there is no selling. There are products involved, but there is no selling. And I couldn't actually digest that.
Right. It's hard. It's a hard concept.
How it's possible? But, you know, I was like listening to people, like watching the video live like this one. And then when I was listening to them, I found out that, as you said, there is a system which has provided all the tools, all the resources, and I don't need any background. So that was a very, very important thing for me because I had no background. I wasn't tech savvy. I had no idea how I can start working online. But one of the main things that actually attracted me was just the system itself. And I said, okay, I'm going to try it. And I was watching a live video, and there was actually a nice lady telling that if you, first step is just to enter your email to the website, get into that. As soon as you enter, you'll see a workshop. So it can be recorded from previous live workshop, and then you have to watch that. If you like it, you go to second step and you pay $149 US dollars which is refundable. So what I call it kind of deposit. So after 30 days, if you don't like, because you get into system, you see whole system, you see all the community, all our team people, actually their earnings, everything. You'll see everything. And then to be honest, I think the reason that this system is doing that, because it's kind of proof, because they don't mind if someone gets in, just look at everything everywhere.
Yeah, very
dig
transparent.
in.
Very,
Yeah,
very
they
transparent.
can dig in, and in 30 days, if they don't like it, they will just get refund without any question, right? So it actually it shows that how powerful is the system. So what I did, I said, I trusted that lady. I said, okay, I'm going to pay this amount, and I'm get into the system to be able to watch around, search, dig in. And to be honest, when I started, as you say, you were skeptical. I was the same, but I say, what would happen? Because I searched a lot, as you said, like lots of franchises, lots of stuff. I mean, like, thankfully, I didn't get into any of them, but I said, what would be the worst thing happens to me? I'm gonna lose $149, and it's worth checking it. But but when I got into the system, I really loved it, seeing all those supportive people, all the information. I can say free training. Maybe it's not 100%, but it's kind of free, to be honest. And everything is provided, everything. Okay.
Yeah, I like to say it's free because the 149, I really am actually really interested in the 149 because the 149 gets you lifetime free training. It's a one-time fee which pays for your systems, access to the systems, the software, the servers. That costs tens of thousands of dollars to actually do on your own, by the way. But we only charge 149 one time, and it never goes up. I actually just got an email about a digital summit coming up in my local area, and they were charging $800 for a one-time. And I was looking at the agenda of what they were going to talk about, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have access to all of this stuff, and we don't pay that, and you don't get to take it home with you. We can look over and over again at this information, and it's always updated. It's global. So if you want to do business, like if you have anyone on your page that maybe is really savvy in business, or even global business, you really need to know that there's contracts and legalities that you have to follow, and other countries do things differently, and we have all of that included. All of the lawyer stuff, all the legal stuff is taken care of. It's done for you. It's truly a full package. I like to call it like a business in a box. It's like take a little business in a box with you.
It is actually kind of.
We have products but we don't sell. And so it's really an interesting concept. People are like, that doesn't make any sense. So it makes them skeptical. People are skeptical when they don't understand things. So that's why you need to go watch the webinar. It's a 90-minute, really 60 minutes of full information, and then a 30 minutes where you get to meet people such as us that are sharing their stories, their backgrounds. A lot of them share their income. I mean, my first paycheck, I made $400, $440 in one day. And I just watched a thing on YouTube I was looking at, and they were trying to get people signed up to spend $25,000 for $500 a month, and I made $440 in one day, and I did not spend $25,000. So it's something really unique that you need to check out because it's totally taking off. We have access. There's 50 social media platforms, and we are fully on board with 5 of them that we have training. When I first started in 2018, we only had 1 that we had all this full training on, and I paid my $149. And now we have 5 of them, and I've never paid anything else. And we can look at, really detailed, but we could actually access all 50, but we have training for 5 of them, details on how to actually use our systems to market the way the system works, where the company, we market the company's information, and your name is a number, basically. It goes in the back of it. I love this analogy. People say like, oh, I love your shoes. Where'd you get your shoes? And you tell them, oh, I went down to the store or whatever. So they go to the store, and the store just made the profit. You just gave them the referral. Well, I would like to have the referral, right? You know, word of mouth and stuff like that. So the companies pay us directly. We're not doing multi-level marketing, anything like that. It's going directly to us because someone online said they liked my shoes or something, you know, they liked something, and the companies pay us directly. Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you actually for mentioning that one-time payment, because I get this question a lot, that how many times is it monthly pay? How many times you have to pay? It's only one time, $149 US dollar. And then as you said, training is free. And to be honest, I heard from some of my business partners that if you want to study this in college, you have to pay a lot. So I don't know how much or how long, but yeah. So as soon as I just want to explain here that as soon as you pay that money and you get into the system, if you want to start working with the team as business owner, then you will become a business owner, and then you will get all the training unlocked, and then you start working as a business owner. And the other question, so who can do this business, Julie?
Thank goodness anybody. Well, if you're 18. So anyone 18 and older, you know, you got to be wherever your legal adult is in your world, part of the world. You have to be 18. And I've seen 18-year-olds up to mid 70s doing this business. I've seen people who work 2 and even 4 jobs. I've interviewed people who worked 4 jobs and they still did this business, and they wound up making so much money. They got rid of that 4th job, the 3rd job, the 2nd job, 1st job, and they wound up retiring. And we've seen people retire. You've seen it. You've seen people retire in their 20s and 30s. I mean, they're making bank, lots of money every month, because the internet it's a gold mine. It is such a gold mine when there's like $1 million a minute spent in the e-commerce space. And that's just on the top 3 social media platforms. That's not even all 50.
Yeah, actually, what I like about this business is that you don't have to quit your job to be able to start this business. So I'm still working full time. But I actually work on this business for about 2 hours early morning or late night when my kids are in bed. Then I find time to do that. Yeah, I like it. I like it very much. The reason actually I started this business because I am a nurse, registered nurse, working full time, and I really don't know how long I can work full time. As you said, expenses are so high here in US, in Canada. And I don't want to retire soon, but I might want to work less, right? Maybe go part-time, hopefully soon.
Yeah. Nursing is a very physically demanding job, and there's a lot of injuries. You know, there's a lot of injuries in backs and shoulders, and I completely understand that. Completely.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing that I want to add here is that the only countries, it's very, very unfortunate, but the only countries that can't work in this business are Iran and Afghanistan. I'm from Iran. I feel very unfortunate, to be honest. It's all because of sanctions. So the people who live in Iran and Afghanistan are not able to join this business. Okay. So I just want to ask about, just one more question, Julie. Yeah. So just can you tell me what is provided? I mean, are they gonna have coach, mentors? I just want you to explain a little bit about the because I explained that there is a training opens for them. They start doing the training. So what are the supports in the system?
Yeah, that's a great question. When you take action after watching the webinar, you take action, you pay your $149, which is refundable within 30 days. If you start looking at everything and you're looking at the videos, you have access to like all these details. You have access to inspirational stories and income that people are making, and you can talk to them personally. You don't have to, say, well, we've got this set up to where the best ones, are the ones we're going to put in front of you. You can talk to anybody in the community. They're all open to talking. But what's really great is you have the ability to book a coaching call. And I always highly recommend that because they have answers to every question, come with all of your skeptical questions. Coaches love skeptical questions, and come with all of them, and you can answer those questions. And once you do have your coaching call, though, you do lose your refundable 30-day refundable $149, but that's because the coach took some time to talk to you and stuff, and really put a plan together. I mean, they're there to help you. Now, I've seen two sides of that. There's the positive minded people and the more skeptical side of people when it comes to coaching. Some people are like, I don't need coaching. I can do this myself. I don't need that information. Well, if you want to let's look at right now the athletes of the Olympics. Olympians are great at their sports, but they need coaches. And, we need coaches in a system that you are not familiar with. And so really you need to be talking to coaches, and you have a mentor too. So your mentor is someone that they're not bugging you. They're there to help you if you have any questions, because it's, a lot to navigate, but you can do a lot of it on your own. I mean, I had my sister, I am the poster child of not technical savvy. I mean, literally. And I was up and running like within 2 weeks, and really.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really fast. I was like, oh, these are easy little videos. I can plug my information in. But you really can get actually a lot of your stuff up and running within a week. You can get, you get a business page, you get all the access to the systems, you get all the legal stuff. I mean, you get a lot for that $149. And you get that mentor, that coach, you get all the training. We have world-class training globally, like every week. And information that comes up on these trainings, I've seen it like Tony Robbins, big people that are asking thousands of dollars for this information, and we're getting it for free essentially, because we paid the $149. But really that $149 is to get your systems set up. I mean, all of this training is there for you because we're there to help you. And so that's included. What you'll find too is you're going to find friendships that maybe you weren't looking for, and it just kind of happens. And that happened to me. I wasn't really looking for friends or business partners or whatever. I wanted to get in this business and get going because I had some plans. I needed to stop working as much. I needed to have more flexibility, pay off some debts, some things I've already done. But as I went along, I started meeting people like you and just all over the world, and I was just like, wow, I feel like alive. There's so much inspiration and energy, and just people that have gone from rags to riches, literally poverty. I've seen people in massive poverty countries pull themselves out of poverty using this system, and they're doing amazing things in their communities and around the world in their families. And it really is uplifting to see that humanity can act that way.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, to be honest, when I started this job, a lovely lady called me from the US and said, you know what, I started this business 10 days after you. I don't know how she found out, but anyways, she said, is that okay if we go through training together? And I said, yes, why not? So to be honest, from that day, we were talking together almost every day. We still talk together. We're kind of very, very good friends.
Yeah.
We're very good friends now. It's so much fun actually working. I love it. My friends at work, my other job, my nursing job, they tell me, oh, you have changed. You had energy, but now you have much more energy. What are you doing? I said, because I am more alive, as you said. I have much more friends all over the world. I love it when they text me, they message me. We actually send messages, voice messages to each other. We know each other. We're like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very true.
I love it.
And I love traveling. I mean, traveling is like a real big hot button for me. I love to travel, and with meeting people all over the world. I mean, I have places to go see people now, and experience cultures and different people in different parts of the world. And same with here. People come here and see me, and I love it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my uncle lives in Portland, Oregon, so I might see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why not? Or maybe you can come here. I think you travel more than me, so
Yeah,
so why not?
I've been up there a few times, and actually with the whole global situation and our borders being closed to your
Yeah.
country at the moment. But I was up there in February of 2020. I was up actually in Vancouver at Mike and Darren's.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Yeah, I've been actually to Oregon only once. But I'm planning actually to go there to see my uncle again. But if you come here this time, please let me know.
Absolutely.
We can have a drink or a coffee or whatever you want.
My husband and I went up to Whistler not long ago too, before the borders were closed.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there. Yeah, I can show you everywhere. Just let me know.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. And
thank
you're
you
not
very
too
much,
far.
Julie.
If there's no traffic, I can get there in 6 hours.
Actually, yeah, it's around 6. It's less, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah, I
It's
think it's
about
six
6 hours.
hours.
Depends on traffic in Seattle. It could take you 6 hours or 8 or 9.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it's 6.
Yeah.
This time. Okay, thank you very much, Julie, for your time. Thank you for accepting my request. I hope to see you hopefully soon in person.
Thank you so
It
much
was
for
nice.
inviting me. It was great that we ran across each other in our business.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Take care.
All
Bye for
right.
now,
Bye.
Julie. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye, Julie. Bye.
Bye.